净空
Head of the Pure Land College, Australia.
是澳大利亚的学习学院的院长。
We are greatly honored by his
非
presence
常
here today,
荣
and
幸
we
法
would like
师
to invite him
光
to address
临
the audience on
请
applying the 6 guidelines to
他
resolve conflicts
向
and
大
achieve
家
peace.
介绍这个通过6个原则来维护这个和平。
So, Venerable Chinkun will be doing his speech from
好
where he is.
净空法
from
师
his seat.
将从这个座位上发言。
Thank you, Master.
谢谢
Master
师
would
父。
like to come. So,
师父准备上台这个发言，谢谢。
尊敬的副总干事、各位大师、代表、各位嘉宾、各位朋友们，大家好！今天净空十分荣幸，非常感谢教科文组织的善意邀请，缘分殊胜。 第5次来到教科文组织总部，与诸位仁者一起庆祝卫塞节，一起交流分享如何化解人心的冲突，促进世界和平。记得了2战之后的1945年，为了吸取战争的教训，成立了 联合国教科文组织提出，战争起源于人类的思想，因此务必要在人的思想上构建和平。这句话说出来，整个世界的治乱的根源。那么这句话传递给我们一个重要的信息：整个宇宙跟我们的 起心动念关系非常密切。如果我们动的念头是善的，这个世界就变成天堂、极乐世界；如果我们念头不善、负面的、不仁、不义、无理、无智、无信，那这个社会就混乱了。佛在经典上说：“一切法从心想生。” 一切人的思想、心念不仅影响整个世界，更能影响整个宇宙。那么现在，许多国家领导人、专家学者对于社会恢复安定和平失去了信心。信心危机才是目前人类所面临最严重的问题。如何树立信心？这就要做 出好榜样，拿出证据出来，要有人真正把传统文化、圣贤教育做出来，身行言教，做出实践成果给大家看。为此，净空特别提出6大，就是法大行、理大愿、察大根、故大本、 修大行，正大果，供养每个真正致力于化解冲突、实现世界和平的志士仁人做个参考。第一，化解冲突，教学为先。911事件之后，昆士兰大学的和平学院邀请净空参加一个 座谈会，讨论如何化解冲突。世界的冲突根源在哪里？根源就是在家庭不和，夫妻不能够和睦相处，彼此不能信任。更深一层的冲突 是在我们内心，那就是习性与本性的冲突。所以化解世界冲突，消灭战争，要从我们内心深处的冲突，化解家庭冲突做起啊！发大心，化解冲突从哪里开始？从发大心开始。大行是什么？大行是神圣的大爱，是耶稣基督平等的博爱，是真主安那的仁慈，是诸佛菩萨的慈悲。神爱世人，我们敬仰神，所以我们在生活上要把神圣的爱充实内心，还要带给身边所有的人。那么这种神圣的大爱就是我们的真心啊！中国古人呢教导孩童，第一句话就是“人之初，性本善”。这个善不是善恶的善，是本性本善，这是自信，是真心。真心每个人都有，古今中外，男女老少，人人都有。用这个真心待人处事，就会平等，无条件的爱护一切人。这就是耶稣基督的爱人如己，就是佛菩萨无边大慈，同体大悲。中国的老祖宗了不起，将回归本性本善、神圣大爱的教育概括成一个孝字。孝这个字是会意啊，它是由两个字组成的，上面是老字，下面是子，表示老一代与子一代是一体，上一代还有上一代，下一代还有下一代，数穷三际，横遍十方，无穷无尽的众生都与我们呢是一体，从此生出来的大爱就是大孝，是至孝啊！这就是佛法说的菩提心，清净平等的爱一切众生。为什么？因为整个宇宙是一个生命共同体，一体就是自信，多么亲切！佛法说人我不二，怎么能不爱呢？啊，还会讲条件吗？孝是中国五伦大道的根本，父子有亲，父子与孩子之间自然的亲爱，是我们本具的自信，每个人都有。我们仔细观察，父子有亲就在我们身边，就在我们现行的小婴儿的身上。人生百日，体路正常。你看，出生不到100天的婴儿，他的眼神，他的笑容，都是天真无邪，对每一个来逗他的人都是那么样的欢喜。再看他的父母，怀着无限的爱心照顾他，那么样小心翼翼，毫无保留，这就是一体的亲爱。所以老祖宗有智慧，看出父子有亲呢，这种亲爱是道德的源头，因由此生出万德万恨，流出万德庄严。佛教的慈悲，耶稣基督的平等博爱，真主安那的仁慈，都是自信的流现。宗教源于此，文化文明皆源于此，它是根本。可是到了婴儿在长大，知道谁是他的爸爸，谁是他的妈妈，他就有了分别了，分别就有了染污，失去了亲近心。这就是心相近，心相远。如何让亲近平等的亲爱永远保持下去？那就需要教育，圣贤的教育，宗教的教育，就从这开始了啊！这就是苟不教，心乃见。中国同盟教材 三字经开头的6句话，就把宇宙人生的真相、教育的重要性、教育的目标全部都说出来了。这是真的智慧，超越时空，古今中外都适合。教育从什么时候开始？从入胎的时候就开始。我们爱护子女，希望给他好的教育，那就重视同盟养正的家庭教育，这是传统中国教育成功之处。因为有了这样的教育，中国传统文化才能绵延千万年。前些年
A few years ago,
澳洲
the Vice Chancellor
昆
of
士兰大
the
学的
University
教
of
务
Southern
长告诉
Queensland
我，
told me
二
about
战
a
之
study
前，
conducted
欧洲
by
有
several
不少
European
专家学
academic
者
experts
一起
before the
研
Second
究讨
World
论
War.
世界上四
They
大
researched
国
why
文
Chinese
三
civilization
个都消
remained,
亡，
whereas the
为
other
什么
three
中国还存在？
civilizations
他
had
们
not.
对中
The
国文
research
化进行
concluded
深入
that
的
the
研
main
究，
reasons
得到一个
was
结
due
论，
to the strong
这就是
emphasis that
因
the
为
Chinese
中
placed
国人
on
注意家
family
庭教育。
education.
中国传统
What
家
does
庭教
China's
育教授
traditional family education teach?
2000多
Over
年前，
2,000 years
中
ago,
国最重要的一部
the
经典
Book of
《礼记》
Rites, one of
在
the
开
ancient
篇
classics,
序体
referred to
就
the
谈
importance
到
of
同
proper
盟养正。
childhood
养正
education in its
就是
first
从
chapter,
小
which is
要
about
好德行的
developing a
根
fine
基，
moral
帮助
foundation
他
from
们一
childhood.
生都能
Such
在
an
日常
education
生
would
活
help
当
a
中
child
保持自
maintain
己
a
的
pure,
清洁
wise,
心、
and
智慧
compassionate
心、
mind
慈悲心，
throughout
见
life,
到
be
善事
supportive of
赞叹，
virtues,
见到一
matters,
切
and not
不善
become
的境界
angered or
也不会
resentful
发脾
in
气，
times
也
of
不会怨恨
adversity.
人啊。养正的这个教育首
Fetal
重在
education
胎教，
is of
这个教育
foremost
传统
importance in
在中
childhood
国延续
education
了
and has been the
我
teaching
相信
tradition in
有
China
10000 年
for
都不止。
thousands
那
of
么3000
years.
年前，中国
3,000
文
years
化的
ago,
母亲
Tai
太
Ren,
任
the
就
mother
非
of
常
King
懂
Wen of
得
the state of
胎
Zhou,
教。
knew the
她在怀
importance
孕
of
的时
fetal
期，
education.
心正、
Throughout her
身正、
pregnancy, she
言正、
maintained the
行正，
highest moral
以长
standards
养
in
胎儿
thought,
的正
word,
气，
and
往
conduct to
往成
foster
为
the
历史
upstanding
上公认
character
的
of her
圣
fetus.
王。
With King
然
Wen
后
being
历
generally
代的母亲
regarded as
都
a
学
safe
习
king in
效
Chinese
仿
history,
胎任，重
Chinese
视胎教，
generations of
这是
mothers
母亲的
have
慈悲
followed Tyrant's
她真
example
正爱
and
护
valued
胎儿。
fetal
这个
education.
传统文
Such
化教育
compassion
的
and
起
true
点
love from a
孩子
mother
生
is
下
the
来，
starting
虽
point of
然
China's
还是个
traditional
小婴儿，
education.
他就已经
From the
会
moment
看
of birth,
会
an
听
infant can see
他已经
and
在学习
listen
了。
and is
这个
already
时候
learning.
父
The
母要把
parents must
弟子
then
规
show the
做出来给
infant
他
how
看。
to behave in
所以
accordance
负面
with
的规律不能让
guidelines
他
for
看到，
being a good
这样
person.
教他一
By
清
their
洁
own examples
根
and
深蒂
shield
固，
the
一
infant
生
from
都不会改
improper
变。
influence.
真的
By
是
providing this
3岁
teaching over
看8岁。
1,000 days,
那
the
么这样的
infant
教
will
育
develop a
现在
solid
没有
foundation
了。
that is effective for
现在的
his
父
whole
母
life.
都在外面工作，
Today,
将
such
小孩
education
交给
no
电
longer
视、
exists.
网络，
Both parents
小
go
孩
to
从
work,
小
leave the
受到
children
负
to
面
learn from
影响，
television
养
and the
成习
internet.
惯，一旦
Subjected
受
to
到
such
染污，
negative
再
influences
想导
from
正
an early
就非
age,
常
children
困难。
acquire bad
家
habits
长、
that
老
are
师
then
普遍
extremely
感到
difficult to
小
correct.
孩难教，
Parents and
所以
teachers commonly
中
find
国
children
老祖宗
difficult to teach
说，
nowadays.
教儿
Therefore, the
应该
Chinese
圣
ancestors
经上
that
也说，
teach a
教
child
养
while
孩
they are
童，
young.
使
The
他
Holy
走
Bible
行
teaches us
邪
start children
当
off
行
on the way they
正
should go,
啊，
and even
使他
when
走
they are
当
old,
行
they
的
will not
正
turn
道，
from it.
也就是他到老也不会偏离啊。真正发
The
大
true
心就
practice
要
of
从尊
universal
重
love
本
begins
性
with
本善，
respecting a
爱
person's
护下一
innately
代
pure
开始
nature and
真
caring
正
for the younger
懂得
generation.
自爱，
Those who truly
就
love
懂得
themselves will
爱
know how to
人
love
爱人。
others.
这就是所
This is
有
the core
文化传
tenet
统中
of the
圣贤
traditional
教育
teachings
的
of
核
all
心。
sages.
有
A
了充
younger
满爱心
generation
的
with
下一代，
hearts
世
filled
界
with love
才有
is
未来，
essential for
和
the
平
world to
才
have a
能实
future
现。
and
这
for
就
the
是
realization of
人
the
的
world peace.
思想上
Hence, it
构
is,
建
it is in
和
the
平，
minds of them that
对
the
大于
defenses of peace
回
must
归
be
本性
constructed.
本善的教育，是圣贤教育。
The teachings of the sages provide an education that uncovers our pure true nature. Thus, religion needs to resume teaching and education. The Chinese character for religion comprises, the Chinese word for religion comprises two characters. 宗教 Zong means vital, important, revered. 教 means education, teachings, and civilization. Together, 宗教 refers to vital education, important teachings, and revered transformation of humanity. Based on my experiences and dialogue with various religions of the world for over a decade, every religion agrees with the Chinese definition of religion, which signifies the true meaning of a religion. Today, it is indeed my great honor to be here with faith leaders and officials and delegates from various countries to celebrate Vesak in commemoration of the Buddha's great life. The role of Sakyamuni Buddha would be described today as a multicultural social educator. On closer examination, the founder of each religion was like Sakyamuni Buddha, who devoted his life to work as a volunteer social educator. If we wish to learn from the saints and sages, we must not only study in depth the teachings of our own religion, but also understand the teachings of other religions. By respectfully studying the teachings of every religion, we will discover that their teachings are about loving and honoring parents and being good, respectful, humble, patient, and accommodating. Therefore, when religions re-emphasize teaching and education, people will be well taught in morality and virtue, and families will become harmonious, and our society will be harmonious too. If family members can treat each other equally and get along harmoniously, society will likewise be harmonious, and the world will be peaceful and prosperous. We see that every ethnic group and religion has fine traditions. There is therefore a need for people to continue and promote such invaluable traditions for the benefit of future generations. This is what is meant by to continue the wisdom of generations past, realize world peace for generations to come. Having great aspirations is shown by practicing the teachings of the ancient saints and the sages, following their fine examples to learn from the Buddha. We should act as Sakyam Buddha. To learn from Jesus Christ and the Prophet Muhammad, we should act like Jesus and the Prophet. We must practice the love of God, the mercifulness of Allah, and the compassion of the Buddha in our daily lives, and promote their attitudes and conduct through our own example. In doing so, we will be blessed by the saints and sages as well as by our ancestors, because our aspirations, words, and deeds are the same as theirs. The suffering and problems now faced by humankind actually far exceed those in the times of Sakyamuni Buddha, Jesus Christ, and the Prophet Muhammad. Human civilization borders on destruction. The British historian Dr. Arnold Toynbee warned in his later years that without tremendous effort, traditional culture would become non-existent within this generation, which would be the most catastrophic loss of humankind. It could be said that UNESCO is the most important organization in saving the world and humankind. Confucius once said, "It is men who can teach and promote the way. Teaching and promoting the natural path or the way is the duty of each benevolent person. We can save humanity and modern society only through our joint efforts in promulgating those teachings of saints and sages. A person with universal love and great aspirations will be self-motivated in striving towards this objective, regardless of having a faith or not. In realizing this objective, UNESCO has no greater duty, and this is no time to rest. With vow of universal love and great aspirations, one must next establish the moral foundation. Just like a tall tree that needs deep roots for strong branches and lush dense foliage, with the moral foundation, one will truly be able to learn to teach and live to be an example. The way is the truth of the universe and human life, and the law of nature. The ancient Chinese said, "One cannot depart from the way, even for a moment." This means that such truth is omnipresent, just as God is with us in modern society. This is apparent in terms of the 5 cardinal relationships. Virtue is according with the truth and order, with speech and conduct that accord with the way. One will naturally be a person of virtue, a person of the 5 cardinal constants. Together, the way and virtue provide the basic principle for being a moral person and standard for our life and work. The 5 cardinal relationships are the loving relationship between parent and child, loyalty and fairness between leader and subordinate, distinct responsibilities between husband and wife, order between senior and junior, and trust among friends. This is the way. As parents and child are one entity, parents are loving and compassionate toward children. The children are dutiful and respectful to their parents. Many difficulties issue of modern society arise entirely due to lack of love. Parents do not know how to love their children. Children do not know about honoring their parents and are unable to love, respect, and support them. Loyalty and fairness between leader and subordinate means that the relationship between leader and subordinate must accord with honor. The thoughts, words, and deeds of leaders and subordinates must be proper, fair, reasonable, and lawful. A company built on such a proper foundation is bound to last for a long time. A society or nation based on honor will enjoy long-term peace and stability. Renewing and valuing honor is essential for lasting world peace and prosperity. Distinct responsibilities between husband and wife. The husband and wife make up a family, with each having a different role. Men are the breadwinners, and the women are responsible for teaching the children. Whether a child will become a sage or a person of noble character depends on the teachings of his mother. Thus, there is a Chinese saying that men go out to work and women look after the home. This is the division of labor. Today, both husband and wife are keen to work and overlook the teaching of the next generation. The disadvantages from doing so outweigh any gain. The ancient Chinese sages understood that marriage is not merely a matter between 2 people, but one that impacts social stability and world peace, and is not to be treated lightly. No one teaches about such truth today. Social disorder stems from husbands and wives being so irreconcilable that divorce becomes the only solution. Marital discord leads to eventual social responsibility and causal liability to the detriment of society. Proper order between senior and junior means that a person in a junior position must defer to someone in a senior position, and the senior person must be responsible for the proper development of juniors. If young siblings are kind and loving towards each other, their relationship will remain unchanged as they grow older, and they will continue to help each other and work together. How happy and blessed would such a family be? Such a society will naturally enjoy long-term peace and stability. The ancient Chinese thus prohibited children from fighting and taught them to be accommodating. From an early age, children had to learn to be patient and accommodating, and subsequently to be humble, considerate, and serve others in society. Such patience, humility, consideration are no longer taught. Instead, children are taught to compete with each other from an early age. As they grow older, they only know to compete for fame and profit, and even family members will litigate. This leads to social disorder. Everyone must live without without a sense of security. Finally, trust among friends is about mutual trust between friends. Without any deception, a person who is unable to keep his word has no place in society. Our ancestors emphasized trustworthiness. China's traditional lifestyle enables every person and family to be healthy and happy, with society enjoying lasting peace and stability. This has been recognized by both British philosopher Bertrand Russell and Dr. Toynbee. In his later years, Dr. Toynbee considered how to ensure that another world war would never happen again, and how the whole world could live in peace and harmony, with inclusiveness, mutual respect, and love. He deeply hoped that China's traditional culture would become mainstream worldwide in the 21st century. Dr. Toynbee said that China's traditional culture is a unique culture of inclusion, humility, and being considerate of others. Throughout its history of thousands of years, China's domestic and foreign policies have emphasized fair and equitable treatment, living in harmony, being altruistic, kind, sincere, and living frugally. Thus, Dr. Toynbee assured people at the time that China's traditional culture is an important cultural heritage that brings lasting world peace, stability, harmony, and belongs to all humanity and the whole world. The five cardinal relationships represent the Tao, or natural order. They are timeless, universally applicable, and inviolable. Virtue involves following the five cardinal relationships in our interactions in daily life and work, that is, living with morality and by the natural order. Virtue encompasses the five virtues, namely benevolence, honor, courtesy, wisdom, and trust. The four anchors, namely courtesy, honor, integrity, and shame. The eight virtues, namely filial piety, sibling love, loyalty, trust, benevolence, love, harmony, and peace. Benevolence involves being considerate and loving others as oneself. This then extends to loving all living beings and the material environment. With a heart of benevolence, one will live and work morally and reasonably. Such a person will handle matters appropriately and with courtesy. By observing life in this manner, it is much like observing precepts, which leads to helping one attain meditative concentration, which leads to wisdom. Thus, one who lives with honor and courtesy is bound to be wise. With wisdom, one will respect the sages and practice their teachings, which inspire firm belief. Such fine moral characters are derived from the intimate love between parent and child. Thus, moral conduct is centered on such a love for all as one. The four anchors were first promulgated during the spring and autumn period by Guangzhong, who said courtesy, honor, integrity, and shame are the four pillars of a nation.
Leaders must educate the population about civility, honor, integrity, and shame. These four qualities are like four pillars that support the long-term peace and stability of the country. Integrity means no corruption. Shame refers to a sense of shame that deters us from immoral conduct. Ancient Chinese society highly emphasized the four anchors, which enable people to live and work in peace and enjoy stable prosperity over thousands of years. This is what we hope for today. The aspects of virtue are summarized as filial piety, sibling love, loyalty, trust, courtesy, honor, integrity, shame, benevolence, love, harmony, and peace. These principles provide the essential foundation for learning the teachings of the saints and sages. By practicing those principles, one will become a saint in religious studies or a person of noble character in academic studies. at the Shaolin Monastery in China.
促进世界和平教学会系。
There is an ancient monument titled In Praise of the Three Doctrines and Nine Schools of Thought. It is inscribed with the words of Emperor Suzong of the Tang Dynasty. The three doctrines, namely Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism, are one entity. The nine schools of thought arise from the same origin. There are many approaches to the one truth and many paths to the same door. This concept of multiculturalism is the intercultural harmony that UNESCO has long advocated and what was promoted by Chinese President Xi Jinping last year. Here, quote, I quote what he said, civilizations are enriched through dialogue and learning from each other. When I visited the centenarian Japanese Venerable Master Koryu Nakamura, he told me that founders of each of the world's religions are incarnations of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. This means that the sage teachings of the world's ethnic groups are not just members of one family, but parts of a single entity. Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva is therefore painted with 32 aspects in Chinese paintings to reflect the idea, one humanity, many states. The Universal Door chapter of the Lotus Sutra states, quote, manifesting the appropriate image to help those in need of wisdom. The sage teachings of the world's traditional cultures are fundamentally one and the same. Thus, there have been effective precedents of intercultural and interfaith harmony in China since ancient times. Such experiences remain relevant references for today for our society. The world's religions are one family and all of humanity is one living entity. Education remains the priority in truly realizing the oneness of a harmonious coexistence. What is the teaching content? The teachings of saints. For example, the governing principles of ancient China, compiled by Emperor Taizong of the Tang Dynasty, provides 5 teaching materials that helps to solve the problems of society today. This book is a collected wisdom, ideals, methods, outcomes, and experience throughout generations since the period of the 3 sovereigns and 5 emperors in ancient China. It offers guidance in terms of personal moral cultivation, managing a family household, governing a country, and world peace, which involves fair and equitable treatment and living in harmony. The world's diverse ethnic groups, cultures, ideologies, lifestyles can work together, coexist harmoniously, and united as one. Strengthening the learning foundation. Studying the governing principle of ancient China requires a firm learning foundation, which is the teachings of self-cultivation, managing the family household, governing the country, and realizing world peace. Such teachings are based on the Chinese characters and classical Chinese. Chinese characters are symbols of wisdom, and the Chinese language is only ideographical language in use today. Classical Chinese provides a standard way of writing that does not evolve over time. If you are able to read classical Chinese, you will have access to a treasure trove of wisdom. Ancient Chinese were well aware of the language having many dialects, and that the language itself would also evolve over time. Thus, they distinguished between the oral and written forms of language, thereby developing classical Chinese, which transcend time and space, and imparted wisdom throughout the world for all times. Classical Chinese was highly regarded by both Bertrand Russell and Dr. Toynbee. They hoped that the Chinese characters and classical Chinese would become one of the world's communication medium, a means of uniting the world that would naturally bring about peace and harmony. Chinese characters in classical Chinese remain the best means of imparting culture throughout generations and could be used to convey the traditional cultures of every ethnic group. Thus, we consider the Chinese character and classical Chinese are among the greatest inventions of human history, enabling the continuation and accumulation of wisdom and civilization. As the most prosperous and golden age in Chinese history, the success of the Tang Dynasty was brought about through use of governing principles of ancient China. Over 1,000 years later, this book has become the favorite of Chinese President Xi, which shows that it is most worthwhile to learn Chinese characters and classical Chinese today. Restoring the teaching of traditional culture is now imperative for training teachers with a strong moral and learning foundation and for enabling the age-old teachings of sinology to truly benefit the world. Chinese characters and classical Chinese are not difficult to learn. It just takes diligent non-native students 1 year to read classical Chinese and 3 years to write classical Chinese. This is a common experience of non-native Chinese students currently undertaking research on Chinese history and culture. Why would people from different cultural backgrounds learn Chinese characters? Each Chinese character includes or encompasses philosophy and art. Through in-depth study, one will discover each Chinese character which encompasses great wisdom that is common to all the traditional cultures of the world's different nations and ethnic groups. There are 6 methods of forming a Chinese character. First one is pictogram. For example, the earliest forms of the characters from mountain and water look just like resemble their respective shapes, and tree is the same. Second principle is ideogram. If we add a horizontal line to the lower part of tree, it becomes ben, which means root or foundation. If we add another horizontal line to the upper part of tree, it becomes mo, meaning the letter of final part. The letter of final part. These are just 2 methods of forming a Chinese characters. Cultivation. Equipped with a moral learning foundation, one then commits to promoting the teachings of the saints. There is no service higher than teaching. All the religious saints, without exception, devoted their lives to teaching. Thus, those who are interested in realizing world peace should aspire to dedicating their lives to imparting the teaching of the saints and sages. How do we achieve UNESCO statement? In the minds of men, that the defenses of peace must be constructed. How do we achieve that? The ancient Chinese have already provided the answer. Education is essential in building a country and guiding people. The same principle applies for world peace. If we properly teach and practice traditional culture, the whole world will be able to unite, eradicating war forever and realizing lasting peace and prosperity. Interfaith unity is the only path to world peace in today's society. To achieve interfaith harmony, religions must return to teaching and education, which in turn requires providing a thorough understanding of the sacred teachings. People will then not mistake religion for superstition. With proper understanding of the religion and religious teachings, devout followers will not be misled, be opposed to each other, or follow a wrong path. With a genuine aspiration to follow in the footsteps of the saints, we gain blessings and will have positive opportunities to receive a fine education, enabling us to help others. Not only must we exemplify the teachings of the saints and the spirit of traditional culture, we must also be able to teach the profound principles. Below, I have set out a summary of education being foremost in terms of 10 aspects. First, education foremost for planning a life for oneself and setting goals in life. Second, education is foremost for establishing a career and managing a family. Third, education is foremost for building a country and guiding its people. Education is foremost for a land of courtesy and honor. Education is foremost for social stability and harmony. Education is foremost for national prosperity and security for its people. Education is foremost for an era of prosperity and universal peace. Education is foremost for long-term peace and stability. Education is foremost in all the lands of the Buddhas. Education is foremost in the land of ultimate bliss. Whether for personal happiness, national long-term peace and stability, religious missionary work, or managing a group or governing a country, education must be foremost priority. Education is vitally important. Unfortunately, in today's society, education is neither provided by teachers nor by country's leaders, but by the media today. The media has become a decisive influence on the general social atmosphere. And internet, so is internet. Televisions and internet appear to teach us harmful behaviors, to harm, steal, or take advantage, etc., etc. It is no accident that people become misguided and modern society is distorted with constantly escalating conflicts. The media itself is neither positive nor negative. It just depends on how we use it. We hope that every community can have a television channel dedicated to broadcasting the teachings of the saints to every home. People can easily be taught, and with proper education, they will soon change their ways and paths. We also hope that teachings of each ethnic group and nation passed down throughout generations can be recorded in Chinese characters and classical Chinese for the benefit of future generations. Attaining the utmost achievement. The aim of religious teachings and teachings of China's traditional culture is to develop sense and people of noble character. With more such people, peace and prosperity will be naturally achieved. Thus, truly learning the teachings not only will save ourselves and our family, but also society and the world. It will benefit countries throughout the world and the infinite living beings throughout the universe. Hence, it is utmost achievement. One must attain the utmost achievement to truly love oneself and other living beings. Is it difficult to do so? It is not difficult with firm belief. This is because Buddha often taught that all beings are Buddhas in nature. The Chinese also have a saying, every person can be Yao Shun, one of the respected sage kings in the past. This is the same as human beings are born with innate goodness and purity. With belief, aspiration, and practice, everyone can achieve. To nurture saints, sages, and people of noble culture, we must follow the proper teaching methods, namely the traditional method of following precepts, gaining meditative concentration, and attaining wisdom. This method is based on the principle that precepts enable one to attain meditative concentration, which in turn enables the initiation of wisdom. The path to success is to specialize in one subject over a long period of time and to realize the meaning of a book by reading it thousands of times. Once we have mastered the Chinese character and classical Chinese, we can then specialize in classical and religious texts. As people today have little time to study, Malaysia's Academy of High Studies has compiled a selection of 360 excerpts, namely the governing principles of ancient China 360, which has been widely welcomed. I suggest that each religion also compiles a 360 of the essence of its teaching to facilitate learning for everyone. A truly comprehensive understanding of the text will inspire wisdom. To realize the meaning of a book by reading it 1,000 times helps modern society to resolve all personal, family, social, ethnic, and national conflicts. At this critical juncture in history, we propose the 6 prime principles, namely foster a vow for universal love, set great aspirations, establish the moral foundation, strengthen the learning foundation, cultivation, and attain the utmost achievement. May there be love throughout the universe and goodwill on earth. We believe that if more people practice the 6 cardinal principles, we will not only resolve conflict, but also realize a paradise of world peace and harmony in the near future. May you enjoy auspiciousness, happiness, and peace. May UNESCO enjoy success in its directive in realizing world peace. May all the countries in the world enjoy prosperity, peace, and harmony. Thank you very much. Wish you health. With you good in everything. Thank you very much.